Debbie has a question here. When discussing 18-day compost, Geoff emphasized ideal moisture levels, but I do not remember hearing it mentioned how to deal with a pile that gets too wet. What's the best way to deal with excess moisture, and how to prevent excess moisture in the compost pile from becoming a problem to begin with? Well, that's the way you do it. You cover it up, right? So you keep it covered from the rain. So our piles have always got a cover on it. This is a pile that's just probably a few days, a week old. Still got some moisture. Now, if this gets too wet and we've got to dry it out, what we'll do is we'll make that assessment and then we say, right, okay, this is very wet, much too wet. Let's say it's extremely wet, something's gone wrong. What we'll do is we'll pile up some branches and sticks here where we're going to turn it onto, which will kind of lift it above the ground. So we'll put a tangle of sticks and branches just here, about that high, and we'll turn onto it just the way we normally turn. So it'll be sitting on a set of branches that we can remove on the next turn. Then when we've got it piled up and we've got it back into a profiled shape, we'll get the end of the pitchfork handle and we'll drive it in to the pile, right down through the pile, through the branches till we touch the ground. We can feel it banging on the ground. Then we rattle around. We make a sort of round rattling movement with the pitchfork handle. Pitchfork head's up here, handle's down there, right down to the ground, until we make a smooth hole, and that's actually like a chimney. And then we keep the top off, unless it's raining, so that it exhausts out. And it will literally exhaust. On a cold night, you'll actually see a column of steam coming out the top. So it's drawing the moisture from underneath and taking it up through this chimney we've put in the middle. If it is raining and you think, okay, well, this is difficult, you can put a cage over the top. So you can put a cage over the top, like a wire cage, and we've got some just here, so that and then cover up over the top. So we put the cage over, after making the chimney, we'll put the cage over the top and put the cover back over it, so there's some room for the air to escape. So if you follow me just over here, I don't know why they've done this. Maybe these were a bit wet, but this is almost the end of the game. And they've got some wire cages here holding up off the compost. I don't think it's because of moisture. They're just trying to keep the compost from being too anaerobic. Keeping that plastic sheet off the surface of the compost in the final stages stops it becoming an anaerobic heap right on that edge, because where the plastic sheet touches the actual compost, you will get a bit of an anaerobic layer there. So having something like a wire cage or some sticks or something, branches, and then putting your tarp over the top will be, it's kind of being a bit of a perfectionist, but it will make it not have that little anaerobic layer right on the outside. Most of the time it doesn't matter at all. But it's quite easy to dry them out using the chimney and branches underneath. Next turn, if it's moisture's come good now, you can just turn it and take the branches out at the last minute and make yourself a standard heap again on the next turn.